The chain trails off into...
Ah, yes. So it's him. For bringing munitions to the island, maybe? And supplies? You could also lock the bay when you raise the chain.
As a defensive measure, lock it off.
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol. This sea fort was a revolutionary fortification, I believe.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you stop. Far away, birds' wings touch. The flock of quail on the islet, like a silent orchestra tuning. The faraway roar, a silent hiss, a low hum. The air slowly moves through a concrete box, through its ancient slits and cracks, resonating, hollow. A big building. Air flows out of a pillbox window. There is very...
Yes? I have. Is that why we're stopping?
The lieutenant nods in silence. An old cylindrical generator. The lieutenant puts his hand on the...
It's cold now, but someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
The lieutenant assists you, holding the canister up to the feet. There's a red starter switch on the side of the cylinder. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old war.
That should do it. Downstairs, somewhere?
The tank is far from full. There's a greasy old spring mattress in the corner, resting on piles of soft cover books. White linen and a pillow are visible under a worn-out caracal blanket.
Someone has been squatting here. The linen is fresh, recently washed.
You force the rest of the sentence out through pain. Thick.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch. You could...
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog you love. You didn't realize that the blanket, you feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the sleep. glamorous day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state turns around to face you. She has an airship airbag in her hand. She seems to be in a hurry. Off to advise the Queen of Shest, most likely. This is the Holy Suzerain of Mwindi and Insulinda. Definitely not your wife. You need to talk to her. Think of... I don't know, man. What is the Holy Suzerain doing?
No, Harry. No, we don't have anything to talk. It's all gone.
Oh God, whatever you do, don't try to kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling.
I don't want it. It looks... That's not what figurines do, Harry.
She looks at the headless Falcon Rider between...
Harry, I don't want things. I didn't ask for things. It's too late to give me anything. I would have liked the headless Fallen Rider back then.
No, don't say it. Don't beg. It will only make her go. Yes, somewhere hidden among the options popping up in your nervous system is the right one. That will make her love you again and not go to the aerodrome at all. Your feet still... She is not kissing you back. The moment is ending. She is going to move her face away from yours. Trying hard. Brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for...
Why did you do that to yourself?
She breathes out. She shakes her head one more.
No, Harry. Not yet. I'm pregnant. Of course not. I terminated yours. Don't you remember? You poor fuck. Now, go ahead.
No, this has to end.
It's not. But I can't answer your other question. Nothing.
Lies, sire. She cannot but love you. She has said...
No. That light. I have to wipe it all off me and be clean again. That was someone else. I won't see you, but... Oh, Harry. Right here. I'm suffocatingly beautiful. Oh, yes. See you tomorrow.
You're up quick. How was your sleep? Okay.
He's still worried. You must have really... Books and magazines, most are soft covers. Popular depictions of among what...
Someone's made themselves a home.
Not that you can tell. Maybe it's a little... The print... You see a small...
Another part of the island, probably. Maybe this is one of the doors we don't open?
He's right. It would be better to open its big brother. A powerful engine hangs up.
All right, I retract my statement. It was naive. Let's look around and get it open. Fuel, generator, console. That's all.
This old cylindrical generator.
Downstairs, somewhere?
ICM? This
It does. The RCM, it's impossible to say.
nice, a mediocre athlete would pant from
There were all sorts of groups and... No,
with its horns in the sky.
no, that
A DeLorean-era symbol of insulin.
Insulindians.
Sounds an awful lot like.
After 44 years? That's not nearly enough to hide what happened here, Lieutenant Yefreiter. One of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw. The city is full of things like this. Old bullets, guns.
The greasy old spring mattress lies in the corner.
Yes, anytime. If you need a rest later, it's okay by me.
You don't have to be a hit. Green paint flicks off. The keys rattle like
The console of an antique... I think, yes. Let's see. That one. The emergency open.
the blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
After you. I don't know. Don't worry. I know. It was not easy to acquire.
An old man, wearing tracksuit trousers, leans on the frame stock, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his unclouded by cataract. He's practically tearing up from spite.
The what now? I can't. I may have. All fire guy. My eyesight. I did. I should have reaction.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM. I did.
We have entered a world where he said you...
Sad FM, huh? I always hated that station. Phlegmatic, counter-revolutionary dirges. The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from the holster.
You are a glorified night watchman. This...
The lieutenant aims his pistol square at the man's forehead.
Put it down now.
Or you're gonna blow my brain. It's out of bullets.
Like an amputated leaf, his gaze follows, still warm from his parched, the rifles. And on the butt, you see Vespertine writing.
No one said it has to be a Belmagrave.
From ballistic.
It doesn't matter if it wasn't the right type and the right calibre.
He's liking this.
I wonder how old it is.
The old man does not answer. The old man keeps following your motion. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used again.
My name is Joseph.
The commune of...
From the... I left my unit on the eve of the landing.
51 minus 8 equals...
No. I was an resurrection until they turned it into it. I was just 16 years old. Well done. I weren't... It was hard in the tent.
There were posters.
We communards and others at night.
In the city, you move underground.
From bunker to bunker. So you finally found it. There must have been a small squadron's worth. I know.
So you've been...
Sleeping.
You feel the dots connecting.
I don't want to. They're all trait.
He does not want to see life moving on. People...
The propaganda bunker.
Propaganda...
They stored leaflets there. Broadcasting equipment, too. Made broadcasts, I think. Propaganda officers. A lot of our boys did. I spent some winters there. Never liked it. Kept thinking of them. No need to go under...
The old man looks across the water.
43 years and 10 months. It's...
What have you been...
Hiding. Always for her.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution. They had the historic opportunity for a revolution. You're with the RCM. The coalition of... Take me to...
A spray of Rene, the royalist on the coast, said...
Liberal reactionary...
Is that part of why you've been...
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
You're insane. It's not an island. Mm-hmm. How does it supply...
How is your health?
I've been throwing up blood.
He does seem frail.
The RCM...
I need to die. There's nothing to... I haven't. I don't even know what. Inferno?
I would imagine it gets...
It's did.
Are they not heartbroken? How could...
No, I am not a soldier. Trained in it.
The old man...
His job was to assure the army answers to civilian control and follows the ideal...
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a night philosopher.
He nods slowly. Then another tremor.
There's nothing serious in this world.
What strikes you about this gaunt man is not the stomach pain, or the cough, or the malnutrition. Indeed, it's a mystery. You've seen demented people before.
No, I'm not okay.
There it is again. Erratic
My name. I am...
The commune of...
From the... I left...
51 minus 8 equals...
43 years. I was an resurrection until they turned it into a spa. There's nothing serious in this world. I've used it.
Killing people?
It's a gun. I've used it.
Interesting.
There is no after the war. Class war is never.
So he's continued killing after. Going straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like that. No. Be careful now. Slow. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal.
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're...
The worm there. An ugly piece of work, that.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder. And an
Exhaust him with the gun, the scent of blood in the... Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so...
Not a lot of...
It's a real... You look like...
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here. It's not just empty boasting.
You didn't handle none of those people.
You're getting diverted.
So you watched the...
You don't know any...
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it? .46 jacketed and good. This feels good, doesn't it? Tearing things up.
Murder.
Wait, here it comes. The god, there were Maybells in the grass when you got nowhere else. Wait, don't forget the footprints. You got it. Maybe don't be just nothing else. I'm sorry.
Officer. A word?
Almost...
No, come on. A word. Let's... I think we may have this. From nothing to this in a day. This is good, Lieutenant Freighter. Yes, good going. That should be our first priority. Ballistics. Let him cook here for a minute or two. Good. We are doing very good.
You hear that? He thinks you're this close.
I can see that, yes. I'm not... Remember, he wants to tell us, but he doesn't want to help us. It needs to look like we already had.
There is palpable he thinks the deserter has more than just...
Oh, yes. And he hasn't spoken to anybody in a long time.
Minions of capital.
A drop of blood in this. That's right. Pile it all.
Damn Maybells.
He seems tender suddenly.
So many this year. Classier.
He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
My ears don't reach the city. With the victim.
There is a small tremble. Looks like a smile.
Everything is brands with you individualists. Who cares what brand my shoes are? Sansa...
Show me the souls, please, Mr.
Fucking imbecile.
The maker is called Sansariq. These are not the unusual horizontal pattern souls.
The size fits, but not the soul.
Sire, he doesn't have to be wearing them right now.
Racking those brains.
The lieutenant, the prince were his, the old man's.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. Beating us to the... Got your...
This is it. Shh.
Oh, the inhuman.
The lieutenant while the lieutenant listens. Oh,
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them. I didn't. Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white. And so they did.
Mr. Dross, are you aware you're confessing?
Yes.
And you were looking at them? The victim and a young woman?
The old man, not
Why?
Because that's...
the motive.
I don't understand. Do you, detective? I don't understand this part.
I'm always...
Are you...
A rifle's...
And if you don't like it?
Click.
Yes.
You've got him going. Connect every little piece.
Them. Fucking. I didn't like jealousy. And I want... That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head.
The caliber of bullet he used.
Since she came to Martinez, I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building.
Past the Fell building on a ghost?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared. Her passport and tickets to Riyadh. And from...
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
After she was...
Did you keep what was in it? When we found...
No. Why would I do that? I did...
This implied also a little inconsistency here.
Why would I need that trash?
A strange confusion comes over him.
You didn't say Klasia in there. It was something. I don't remember. It was dark that morning. I did. She had a face like an archipelago with those birthmarks. And a body hard and limp. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Revachal's the cloaca of capital now.
You could tell she was a spook?
She had different color hair on the...
He's setting it up for you. The bruises.
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
It quickly comes to you.
Oh, yeah.
Did you make that...
With a clip point knife.
Good for listening in, too. For hearing the moaning and the snorts.
Like that, too? Yes. Bending like a bow against the glass. I've been through all of Martinez. Yes, that, too. The things they did in that. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in. I learned that in the 20s, when they were still...
Those two, you hear the familiar scribble of...
How did you get in there? The hidden pinball one?
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen's empty.
You had to open the steel door in the...
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant lived there. I don't know, 15 years ago. He left spare keys all over, and I took one. There's...
The coals of his eyes glisten suddenly.
Man needs to feel something else. Yes, over the years. No, I don't really. The day after I killed him. Yes, I don't know why I do the things I do anymore. Maybe, I told you, I have holes in my brain now. If you came 10 years ago...
In the silence, the lieutenant...
Her.
The lieutenant nods at you in acknowledgement.
Where is she, that Clasier? I haven't seen her there for days. I know she's gone. Locked up, or on the run. She kept staring into the scope, you know. In the end, like she knew I was here.
He knew she knew.
We could get more. We've got him talking.
Who knows what he's enough? Take him in.
A tragic comedy.
A strange little engine seems to fire up in him again. It straightens his back. The familiar put of hate.
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house. Stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez, because of the racists, I'm full of... Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class. Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. Intense, like animals. The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, the worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghoul, every morning he's there. While that's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline, we did good.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only... What was that? There was something about a statue.
Whores. Syphilis is a disease, the
That is...
And he's still... What a keen rim. The king was a until some advertise... Yes, steroids. A racist on steroids. What is my opinion? No.
Yes. But he was...
I find it strange that you keep bringing... The rich man doesn't care about another...
Disappointment. So...
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of that mobster toad couldn't run a shithouse. He has no political education. His twin, Edgar Clare, first against the wall with him.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in their own backyard. Not all this time.
Of course. Maybe the Clears asked him to.
I haven't approached anyone.
How did he know you were...
He didn't just stumble in. Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left. Wouldn't rat me out. I was right about one of those things. 20 years ago, neither of them could walk now, could they? They were less fat then. Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitude. Never trust a social democrat who quotes "Let me be here." The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol. We took this fortification.
They let him be here.
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat? As to
Again?
try teaching him some Muz.
There is more here, but you may not have the information.
Every royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack, across the... I remember him. That one.
There doesn't seem to be a single...
Fat and plump, like a pheasant. Not yet.
Save the treat for later?
He is better. I even hit... No. I waited too long. I waited too long, and now he's...
I'm sorry, Mr. Dross. I understand you knew him for a long time.
They're all dead now.
If he really wanted to kill him so bad, he would have done.
And I blew them all. All human beings care about each other. I cared for seeing his head explode. Fuck you. You think I haven't seen people die?
It doesn't look like he is. Okay.
Glad we talked about what?
His lip curls into a sneer.
Glad we talked about what? But you said I would be taken to the...
This terror is the sum of all the uncontrollable...
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officers on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. You will be... Do you understand?
But... No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He's sweating.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat.
There it is again. To your... Something completely different.
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat. We should try first. There is a prisoner...
What are you talking about?
Your skin crawls. A delicate tangle of arms and legs.
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over. You feel your legs shaking under you, and you're...
Tell me what you see.
I can see it.
If he can see it too, but that... It's really the...
Be very, very careful. Yes?
What is it?
Something is very wrong with him. Nothing. Nothing is what he... The creature stands on long stilt-like legs. Antennae reed-like tufts. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else. Innate slowly, with your breath held. You like laughter, sweat. The tracheal system on the creature's abdomen expands in front of you to take in and hissing and clicking. It extends its mandible-like antennae to greet you. You're right below.
Okay.
There is no change in the insect's motion while it's being aimed.
In 3. If it moves, you jump back.
The shrill flash of the camera cuts the air like the blade.
I got it.
The limb before you is incredibly light, like a small shudder. There is some kind of countdown. The antennae hang from a great height. It looks like someone...
Be careful, detective. It's moving.
Feels like nothing. The ants mostly comprise... Another shudder pulses through the creature's limbs. It jolts.
Maybe it is real. The pharaoh.
The insect's breathing you in. Your sour... The insect stopped suddenly. There is... The invertebrate comes back. No reply. You were right. Little bubbles form on the mouth.
Careful. It may be poison.
The foam slowly turns a darker shade, like burnt.
I exist.
I am an unknown species of the order Phantasmadia, endemic to the Insulandian Isula. For the last 350, I went unnoticed by the first settlers, and I have stayed hidden through full forms of government. Tell me what it's like for you. But I will tell you what it's like for me. Yes, holy is the Lord of hosts. Now, I will tell you what it's like for me. For me, it is a series of shapes of plants, and I am at the end of an era. Are you sure? Sometimes, when molting, I will grow a lost limb. One time, yes, the leg tried to move around. Yes.
This would explain its antenna being smaller. No, it's what the 3 meters tall stick insect came.
Yes, I am lucky. So am I. I was born to detect sucrose rewards and semiochemicals. I can also detect pheromones. No, you are awake. Not even the birds know that. Not even the water lily. I think we should eat it. If it's a leaf, you can put it in your mouth. Or read. Yum yum. No, there is one more. Thank you. I also have one more thing to say to you before you go. That woman turned from the ruin. You cannot lie to me. Behind you, he smells of fires. So awfully far you were prepared to go in her presence. She was hell on earth. It doesn't...
As you're turning away, the phasmid mirrors your movements, stepping on the water, the long limbs carrying its feather weight without breaking its surface. And something under it. In the place it stood.
It's gone. Looks like a nest of some sort. We should have... Apparently, yes. Like a water strider.
What now?
In some kind...
Our suspect is not looking so good. We need to check on him.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje, is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazie.
Classia's hidden documents. From the MT boy.
It's Klasia, with short black hair and glasses. She looks boyish, younger somehow.
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was, hiding place, or... Perhaps. But that still doesn't explain how it... Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would... I can see how the helmet could wash up on the... She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Katarzyna Alazie was supposed to be...
Yes, somehow she managed to lie to us. One more time. In a way, she's still lying to us right now. I don't know. But it was not Katarzyna Alazie, or Anouk Meyer-Smith, or Klasia. Whoever she is, maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or... Like a magpie? What a coincidence.
By now, the lieutenant has accepted...
I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go. See.
Mr. Dross?
The man does not a light
He's going into...
the trembling map.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe.
He stares into the reed. Nothing.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea...
No reaction. This is an
Did you take this...
The spirits.
He hears us.
No rip.
Try something else?
I lost.
He turns his
He lost the scope. Then this site is a T9.
silence. You've gotten all you will out of this poor being. The plastic cape, the blacks of his eyes are receding. The strength has all gone out of him.
Old age and shock. Yes, the arrest and...
Quite a few things about that health check you did on him make sense now.
He was energetic and articulate. It does not seem to... I mean, why not? It's tree that could be part of the shock.
No response.
Then how did we see it? The doctors will have to look at this. He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him. Like he didn't want to leave this place. I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report.
No one would believe you without it.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be...
The old man stares at the skiff is swaying on the wave.
Let's. We are done here.
The skiff rocks, but you reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the tide brought him. Harry, you're...
Whatever this is, it is good. This is the man with some...
That's right. And you're bleeding. We're not forgetting about anything. Look at you. Bothered by it. Harry, you... Ah, fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstam. I believe we've met on several occasions.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar. And this is your special task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heilerstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you after paving.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island.
The scene is making even him feel as though...
We might need your help with something later.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know.
Trent, I believe this is where...
I don't quite know what my background.
No, Trent, it's too late.
Shit, kid. What an injury.
You.
Maybe You've deserved.
The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went. Shit, kid. He didn't betray you. He just told us the direction you went in. Who's Sylvie? Strange. He didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment did. I heard you'd lost your mind and your memory. And it was.
He was too.
I'm clinically depressed, Harry. Sorry if I wasn't in the mood to batter you up after you told us to fuck off. Did you? Or did you literally not recognize my face? We've been partners for how long, Harry?
Lieutenant, my name is not Oz-faced woman. It's Judith Minot. I was assigned to your unit 2 months ago. I thought we were friends. Right, sir.
Yes, I'm Mikhail? Mikhail? No, I was just interested in the Felt building and the Martinez beachhead. Again.
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Yeah, Major Crimes Unit. Under Lieutenant he doesn't.
See? He really doesn't remember.
Yeah, that's very good. Duped? Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk and you won't be duped so easily.
Yes, I'm still Kinkisolagi, still a lieutenant from Precinct 57.
Where have we? You told us to fuck off. You said, here we go. Alcoholic delirium. Visions. The bells aren't ringing.
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Isola, Pell, and so on.
As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who...
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomic?
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I can go for that. I keep my...
But Detective Vigmer, yes, a couple of times.
Interesting.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. Look at the ruin, hardwired to the...
Okay, Trent.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role...
No one even mentioned that.
They can keep...
Now nothing. Now we're just going to... No. Now we discuss that. What? Yes, in the old Jacober. I know, Jacober. It doesn't matter.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth... Not today, badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and gun are natural states, not achievements.
He has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone. So you...
He's wounded. It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
The man doesn't reply. You should have done a better job, is what it's...
I don't believe you. You're drunk. You let a suspect escape, a certain Ruby, because you're...
We've read the reports, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Oh, well. Or the fact that you're Everclear's little peep compared to the 7 people.
He did everything. He did so at considerable risk to his own life.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsu. You've spent the week on Lieutenant Yufret.
Well, the drinking.
The man sighs.
Then there's the superstardom. He likes to, from time to time, allude to being a superstar law official. At first I thought it was a joke, but now I'm not so sure. It's worrying, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a fascist, a far-right woman. And then there's the motor carriage in the sea. And the drugs, of course. Some kind of anti-red. He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not one. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke. Which, by the way, I have to disagree.
Okay, he did some.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case. And he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator. Locked on the island right now. Wait, he apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution. Who's probably committed
A new species.
a colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across. You hear gasps beneath the house.
As you can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the
Detective? The old man was not aware of the fact.
So it is.
I must say, this is absolutely...
Yes.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his head. Now you make your case. Now is the...
Actually, you didn't. I told them a police raid will sweep the church in 2 days. Which, by the way, it will. If they have any brains, they won't when you were out. Because I'm a police detective.
Wait.
No, he just let some youth set up a club in the church. They thought they could produce in there. They won't. The building was abandoned. It was an...
He's really softening it up there.
Female?
You had to see it.
Incredible.
Not as far as I could see. There were other things.
As in cloning itself? Interesting. Then it is... Actually, you know, this would indicate it was... Of course, as I said, I'm only guessing. I didn't see it.
Yes, but all...
Incredible. The PR value...
This would really help with some of the problems we've been having.
Absolutely, this is great. This does not say vigilante murderers to me at all. This says science...
Without it.
You're doing good here. Perhaps only for a moment.
Lilianovich. The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. Krasovich, Lasovich, etc. The revolutionaries saw this as if this man's mother was Lilian. His Lilian's son, Lilianovich. The custom was overturned after the revolution.
So, it is what a
Thank you, Trant. Thank you for that piece of cultural theory.
Of course,
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail.
Jealousy. I thought this Lilianovich was
A strange psychosexual fixation. Aggravated, possibly, by proximity to the fat. Also, we have ballistics from the gun.
It's a clean win.
Oh, it's way more than...
perfect folding mechanism. Get...
God damn it. It is bad. Even you can smell...
Yes, yes.
The body was transported to Precinct 41, our morgue.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry.
Still, good work with the missing person, Detective.
I don't know what to do, Why? That's not what you were supposed to do here.
There was a fridge we needed and a possible witness. He was just chasing a lead and ended up...
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Who's Kuno?
You don't want to.
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted the drugs, I know you did. It's alright. I'm in. At this point, anything is but the drink. I don't want to, but you discovered a new species and solved the murder. So I have to. Jude.
Honestly, anything that ends the...
agreed. The public relations potential...
Okay. We have vehicles in the square, and the perpetrator needs to be taken into custody. Let's go.
The man looked jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Us?
That's not true.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Get back to it. Mac the torso to...
They are damn iconic, though.
Yeah, not like us. Two clinically depressed old men. God.
There's also a lot of outside help involved.
Ptolemy Price? He's the son of the old Price, one of the founders of the RCM.
He's one of the most highly regarded men.
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former silk factory, shaped like they speak of change. The city. the tension on the streets.
So he remembered
Shooting up churches never is.
our enemies were hiding.
Your clearance will not go up while you're with...
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station. It's an old converted silk mill with green desk lamps and a coffee corner. A lot of good people work there. Hard.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in Rivershoal. Faubourg, technically, but
The press will blow over. Jamrock is lucky to have you, and it's often considered...
Thank you again, Lieutenant. Who are you? Well, obviously you're not a gym teacher.
before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coron. It's getting really cold outside. Should we maybe... You haven't told us about that. You just told us about...
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the fact that you...
Also, and this guy too. God, even the...
Of course.
He's been on about Mike again. Oh,
It is getting cold out.
in your 20s or late 20s. Yes, you taught gym in Cool. I believe that's the term. Taught gym at a high school. You were high.
The smell of Kuro is just east of Jamrock. It was a short walk every morning to the baseball field or the sports building.
High school. Harry, your goings-on with Kuno, Andre.
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the big fight. Be more than you are.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach gym. She, leaving for the academy with her spring coat on. The air filled with the smell of smoke and raspberries and incredible hope.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that.
It's not a mystery. Some chick fucked you over.
You really went with it too.
Dora something. Dora England. Yeah, you mentioned the name.
Not Dora Dubois.
No one is married anymore. This is Revachol. God, I don't know. 6 years ago, she was, yeah, or incredibly bangable.
He is very passionate.
Okay, you're right. She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gore.
Snow, pain.
I've only seen it.
Look, the sun is going down. It's time to go home.
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts, east of the... My point is,
In other words, he's heard it.
who is...
She lives at.
Tabernacle?
Fine.
She and her husband were conducting the search for the Phasmid. It's their They should know.
Watch out or she'll faint.
Well, first detective. I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for... Talk to Captain Price, work with...
This truly
Flattered.
I would have to tie things up.
And we also...
I do like...
He's really considering it.
Good.
Fuck it, let's go. Trump.
Under the evening sky. You closed Torsen? Yes. Really?
Wonderful.